We are not buying a new outfit for every occasion. Y'all, I just had to do this video. Between myself and all my friends and people I've been talking to, we need to really be saving money in 2025. Times are hard. It seems like everything costs more money. We gotta figure it out. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about tips to save money in 2025. Hey beauties, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Nicole. We talk all things how to become the best version of yourself. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely check out my other videos or subscribe to my channel. But in today's video, how can we live a more beautiful life? How can we become the best version of ourselves if we are stressed over money? That's what we don't want in 2025. I think no matter what your financial situation is, you can save some money. Spending habits can be crazy. You know, let's get into it. I really want to share with y'all some of my top tips on how to save money in 2025. I'm going to take my own advice because for some reason, the last few years, I've just been spending more and spending on things that are not necessities. So let's get into it. Let's just dive right into it. I put these in my phone just so I can stay on track. I know y'all don't like the long rambly, all that stuff. So tip number one, you need to create a budget and stick to it. Now this is something I do every single year, every single quarter, whatever. I have a budget of what I make, what income I have, and what I need to spend, what the necessities are, or things that I know that I'm going to spend. So you need to create a budget and stick to it. Now I know, shockingly, I don't know, it depends on the type of person you are, but most people don't actually create a budget. And I think that's one of the biggest problems with people mismanaging their money or, you know, overspending throughout a month, because yeah, in the back of your mind, you know what your paycheck is going to be, or you know how much money you make, and you kind of have an idea of what your bills are, but you don't really put it down and you don't really like look at the whole story before you start spending. So I want you to create a budget if you haven't already, or if you don't usually do this, create a budget. I typically use a Excel spreadsheet on my Google Sheet. So I guess it's a Google Sheet. So I usually use a Google Sheets. I literally have a spreadsheet from going back to like 2015. So I still have my records of like what my budget was, so I can kind of go and see how things have changed with my expenses, my income, and all those things. But start with a budget, y'all. Just put it down. Even if you're not a computer person, put it on paper, and you know what your income is, what your expenses are. That's number one. Put it down, create it, and stick to it, okay? Once you get into a pattern of like sticking to that budget, then you can figure out ways, okay, how can I make more money? How can I reduce my expenses so that you can have more disposable income? I think in order to live a beautiful life, you want to have that financial freedom to be able to just live your life to the best of your ability. And you can't really do that if you're stressed all the time about money. So create a budget and stick to it. If anybody wants to see my Excel template, I did a video a while ago, like years ago, but the quality was pretty trash. But if you want to see, or if you want me to like add a link to my my budget template or anything like that, let me know, because I can create that for y'all, because I want us all to win in 2025. All right, next tip. Now, most of my channel audience is women, and one of the things that we spend the most money on that prevents us from being able to save is clothes. Okay, so tip number two is going to be to recycle your clothes. What do I mean by that? Reuse your clothes. Now, I'm guilty of this, and I've been even more guilty of this last year. You know, whenever there's an occasion, especially like when you're dating, when you get back on the dating scene, or you just trying to level up your image, you tend to buy something new for every function, every event. We're not going to do that in 2025, okay? I'm pretty sure you have something to wear to that next event. Recycle your clothes. I need you to take inventory of everything you have. One of the things I like to do to prepare for events, even before I'm invited, is to put together, on my free time, my downtime, I like to put together outfits with my closet, what I have already. So putting together pieces, mix and matching pieces that you already have, but you need to really recycle your clothes. Do not buy unless it's absolutely mandatory. This is just one of, and it's not, most of the time it's not going to be mandatory. I feel like we need to just recycle our clothes. Do your best. I'm trying my best in this first half of the year to just not purchase any clothes. Zero. No clothes, no shoes, no accessories, none of that. I have plenty of things. I shopped plenty of times over the past couple years. I was looking for something for Valentine's Day. I have a red dress already. I only wore it like once in my life. So I'm going to recycle my clothes. And I think that's a real hack. Like if you really look at your money, look at your bank account. Most women, we spend on clothes, shoes, accessories, makeup, all of that stuff. So it goes for all of those things. Recycle where you can, reuse where you can. Even a lot of my hair care products, I find myself buying, I use the olive oil eco styling gel, right? Why am I keep buying more jars of gel when I have some in the back of my closet and I have some in the bottom of my bag? So take inventory of everything you have and make sure you're using all of what you have, especially like your essential things, before you buy more, because 9 times out of 10 we put it in the back of the basket or the bottom of the basket, we don't use it, you know, we find it later, it's probably expired by then. So just do your best to recycle your clothes and your other necessities. You have clothes, so just try your best. You have to be disciplined. Discipline is top tier when it comes to really trying to save money, and just keep your end goal in the front of your mind. But recycle those clothes, girl. We are not buying a new outfit for every occasion. We're not buying a new swimsuit every time we go on vacation or somebody is scheduling a trip for us. Like, we can't do that. We are not going to be able to save money like that, because those Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Things, Shein, Boohoo, whatever, a lot of times it gets us because it's so cheap. Even Amazon is so cheap, but once we start loading up that cart, it adds up. And then once we start placing multiple orders throughout the year, it adds up. And honestly, most of those things, you only get 1 or 2 wears out of it. So try your best to stick to buying quality pieces and recycle the things that you can. Okay, we're gonna move on to tip number 3. Okay, so this is another expense. I think this is the second biggest expense for my household after food, after housing. You know, rent, mortgage is typically number 1. That's what most Americans, we spend money on. That's the biggest ticket item, right? The next one is food, y'all, okay? So this tip number 3 is to strategize and plan your meals. Now, this can be extremely difficult because time management is important. Like, do I have time for? You have to plan it out and strategize. Be strategic with how you eat, how you're gonna cook, when you're gonna order out, when you're gonna go out to eat. Really plan and be strategic with this. I've tried the meal prepping thing and I've failed because I cooked too much of the same thing, and I thought I was gonna be able to mix and match, and I thought I wasn't gonna get tired of the food. Then I ended up over preparing. So just really try to be strategic, do a little bit at a time, maybe meal prep for half the week at a time. See how that goes. Maybe why you didn't eat the food, or maybe you need to think outside of the box. Like, okay, if I make chicken, I can make XYZ meals out of it. So you don't have to meal prep the same exact thing, but maybe just meal prep your protein, or meal prep, you know, your veggies or whatever. But just try to do a little bit at a time. I did this like a year ago. I got all these containers from Amazon and I still have some left, but I meal prep and it didn't quite work. But yeah, just try your best to plan out your meals. Create within your budget what your food budget is, and try to stick within that, and try to just stretch it out. Like, try to, you know, don't overcook, especially if you're not a leftovers person or people in your household are not leftovers people. Then try to cook just enough so that you're not wasting food. Just really be strategic, because we gotta save money on food, y'all. The food transactions is big, at least in my book. Comment below if it's not that high for you, but I'm pretty sure it is. All right, now we only got 3 more tips left, y'all. If you are enjoying this video, or if you know somebody who is struggling with their finances, who really has expressed to you that they're trying to save money in 2025, they're trying to budget and plan out, definitely share this video with them. Comment in the comment section your tips to save money in 2025, because we can all benefit from whatever is working for you. Another thing, I don't know about y'all, but so many people in my life are planning trips, okay? Trips for the year. Like, I'm going this place for my birthday. It's a lot of milestone birthdays in my circle this year, so people want to go on trips. People are planning New Year's Eve already, and we're only in the beginning of the year. It's my own birthday. So just really try to think about what's on your plate for the year that you gotta pay for. Include that in your budget, but we need to save money if we're gonna be doing all these things, okay? I really want us to live a balanced life, because if we don't live a balanced life, we're gonna be stressed out. We can't just work. And we can't just save and be stringent on our budget and not enjoy life. but we got to get to a disciplined place first. Okay, now tip number 4. This is a big one. Now I have a DIY channel. Most of my stuff is like has been home decor, home improvement, really doing things. I'm a really frugal person, y'all. So if you look through some of my videos, I try to be frugal. I try to do things on my own. But tip number 4 is to DIY your beauty and maintenance routines as much as possible. I'm a big self-care girly, so I do like to go to get a massage or get my hair and nails done by someone else. So I think that's a luxury that we should keep, but keep it to a minimal, right? Learn how to do certain things yourself if you can. I know all of us are not experts when it comes to hair or braiding or whatever, but it's so many tutorials on YouTube. I have some on my channel myself. But try your best to DIY some of your beauty care. Can you tweeze your own eyebrows or wax your own eyebrows? Can you trim your own ends? Or maybe you can't go that far, but can you do your own blowout? I mean, I've switched over to just press-ons because honestly, it works better for myself. I found some really good ones. I always talk about, I will link them in the bio or, you know, description box of this video. But these have really worked well. They last long, honestly. I have to pry them off when I'm ready to take them off, but they last like 3 to 4 weeks. And it's better for my nails because they're easier for me to take off versus my Gel X or acrylic nails. It's just a process. You have to go to the nail salon to get them removed, at least me, because it's just a process. I don't have time for it. But these have saved me money because I can literally buy 2 boxes that will last me like 6 months or vice versa, you know, or, you know, however many, but it lasts a long time is my point, and it saves money and it's super quick, and I don't gotta, you know, fight with the people at the salon like they messed up my nails. Nails, toes, I got a gel nail kit, so I do my toes myself. Now, every once in a while, I'll go and get my own pedicure at a salon because, you know, it's a luxury to have somebody do your feet for you, but not every 2 weeks. I don't need to do that, or every 3 weeks. Maybe quarterly I'll do that. Quarterly I'll go get my ends trimmed, so I don't have to. But anything beauty, your lashes, oh my gosh, I love getting my individual lashes. However, it gets expensive, you know? So the lash clusters you can do yourself and they look just as good. So there's plenty of tutorials. Like, use your resources. There's plenty of tutorials here on YouTube where, you know, you can just kind of like learn to do some things your own. Even if it's not everything, try your best to DIY some of your beauty maintenance needs, okay? All right, tip number 5. Now, this is something that I really didn't do because I don't think this way, but utilize discounts, okay? If there's something that you really want to buy, I don't care what it is, fashion, home stuff, whatever, try to catch the sales. Something's always gonna be there. Like, if it's just the pants or jeans you want, or it's the shoes you want, shop when it's a sale. Utilize discounts when you can. Okay, number 6, I want you to evaluate your spending habits. This is big, okay? If you have not done this or you don't typically do this, I want you to just really go through your bank statements, even for the last 6 months. Go through your bank statements. What are you spending your money on? Like, you really need to do that. Take a look at it, evaluate. Honestly, when you do that, you may find out that you're paying for something that you don't even remember you paying for. A gym membership, a subscription, whatever. You need to evaluate your spending habits. What are you spending money on? What can you remove from your spending habits? Like, what is really necessary? Like, that's the way we're gonna be able to save money in 2025, is to only spend on necessities, you know, and then when you need to spend, or you want to spend on other things, do that in moderation, period. Evaluate your spending habits. If you don't, you're not going to be able to save unless you double your income or whatever. But in the moment, most of us have a certain income. We may be trying to improve our life. We may be trying to get another source of income or whatever. But in the meantime, we need to be, even when you start making more money, you still want to keep your expenses low. That's how you get to a financial freedom, a wealth situation, if you will. So definitely evaluate your spending habits, okay? Now that kind of goes into my last tip. My last tip is number 7 is to look into additional streams of income, okay? There's plenty of things, like things that are easy to access, that are easy to start building or getting additional income easily, would be like a Uber Eats, DoorDash driver. Personally, those are not for me because I don't like to drive, and it's not for me. But those are some things you can, you know, go on Etsy, and if you're a creative person, do some things on Etsy. There's ways to get additional streams of income. You can just get creative. Plenty of videos out here, articles on additional streams of income. I mean, one of my old coworkers used to do like the little participate in research or surveys and stuff to earn money. But yeah, looking to get creative and look into ways to build or gain additional streams of income. that's what's going to help you if you're really in a tight situation. So yeah, y'all, this year we really have to save money, because as a single mom, I am overwhelmed. Even I guess if I were married, like, it's just tight right now for a lot of people. So let's do everything we can to save money in 2025 so that we can really live a more beautiful life. We can really become the best version of ourselves, so that we're not stressing as much over money. Like, how can you really focus on bettering yourself, becoming a better version of yourself, if you're stressed? You know, I think one of the ways that we can become the best version of ourselves is to reduce our stress levels. And I think saving money will put us in a better situation, give us more time to really think and just enjoy life. So hopefully and prayerfully you guys listen to these tips and try to implement at least some of them in 2025. And I really truly pray that you save your money. I pray that you reach your financial goals in 2025. You know, once you're in a position where you're actually saving money, you're seeing your bank account grow, you're seeing your savings account grow, then you can elevate to your other financial goals, whether it's buying a house, you have a down payment for that when you save money, whether it's paying down some debt, you have, you know, a little pathway to that. So I hope this video was helpful to somebody. Please, please, please help us. This is a community over here. We share with each other. We do not gatekeep over here. So please drop a comment in the comment section to let us know some of your tips on how you save money, how you're able to reach your financial goals. We all need it. You know, I'm human just like everybody else. I try things, I see if it works, and I try my best to be consistent. But yes, let's get to the bag in 2025. Let's save money. Let's reach financial freedom. And that's it. That's all I got for y'all. I will see y'all in my next video.